looking at how pretty it is. It's a pretty axe. Yeah, it's a nice axe. Nice axe. Good job. We have a carving hatchet from Woodsman's Finest. In this pattern, there are two different sizes. There's the Wayfarer and there's this, the Journeyman. So the vital statistics for this axe, it's a 800-gram head forged out of ball bearing steel. It's got a 12-centimeter cutting edge and a 30-degree bevel angle. How long's the handle? Like 33 centimeters?
Let me get that for you. 32 centimeters.
32.
Yeah, you were right on the money.
The axe is designed by Max, but it's made over in the Ukraine. They do all the forging, the heat treatment, put on the ash handle, and they also make a pretty thick leather sheath for it. It's a touch on the heavy side for just spoon carving, but it's really good at removing larger amounts of material, which is great if you're hewing out some bowls, roughing out bowl blanks, or like I've been doing a lot of, roughing out mugs for the pole lathe. It does remove a lot of material very quickly, which is nice. The handle, for the most part, is pretty comfortable. Yeah, it works. It's a nice little carving hatchet. So there are quite a few things I like about this axe. I've been using it for a while and the edge has held up really well. I'm putting that down to the thought that Max has put into designing it, as well as the work that the Ukrainian guys have done in forging and heat treating it. So edge retention definitely holds up well. So this is what I'm not sure to say, that like, it's a fairly standard like design, this axe head. And so it works well, but there's not much to like differentiate it from other carving axes out there, except maybe price, you know, so not sure how, because like that's the position that I'm in, is I've used a bunch of axes, you know, like most of the ones that are on the market, like I either own or I've tried them. But this, you know, the shape with like the upswept toe, the beard, it's a solid design, yeah, you know, that like this has been unchanged pretty much since like Viking times, you know, so it's just the steel that's gotten better. So it's a good design, yeah, but I also don't know enough about like forging axes to really understand like the minutiae of it. So overall, I really like the axe head design. This is a pretty classic carving hatchet shape. The upswept toe and heavily bearded means it's also good for fairly fine carving tasks. The axe comes with a pretty durable veg tan leather sheath, and it's got little rifle studs that appear to be more durable than the snap closures that some sheaths come with. This is a nice sheath to protect the edge of this axe. Things I don't like.
Gripes.
Gripes! Nothing's perfect, and this axe is no different. I've got one main complaint, and it's the shoulder. It's a little sharp, and it makes the top of the handle a little too wide, so choking up becomes a little bit uncomfortable. That said, it's entirely possible to carve this down to make it a little bit more comfortable. Plenty of material there to do that. My other complaint isn't really about the axe, but it's about the sheath. This little flap is completely pointless. The axe will stay in the sheath perfectly fine without it, so all it really does is get in the way. You can always cut it off. There we go. We can cut that. And then my third point that I'd like to make, it's more of a personal preference. I would prefer a very slightly shorter handle. I understand that the intended function for this axe is to remove larger amounts of material, which a longer handle makes easier, but I'm a little used to working with a shorter handle. It's a preference, not really a complaint. I like a slightly smaller axe. To help you decide if this is a good axe for you compared to some of the others out there, we're going to quickly compare the Journeyman with other popular carving hatchets. I do own all the axes, yeah. So here's the Journeyman axe. The next axe that it's probably closest to in specs is the Svante Little Viking. Ignore the shoddy handle that I've put on it, but the axes are more or less the same weight. Another really popular axe for carving is the Hans Carlsen Sloyd axe. It's a fair bit lighter, a little bit smaller. Comparable to the Hans Carlsen, we have the Julia Kaltoff axe. And then another axe that's probably pretty easy to get hold of is the Gransfors Brooks Wildlife Hatchet. Right now the axe is selling for €195. If you're interested in buying, there's a link in the description below. If you've enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like and please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. The call was perfect. To the Ukraine. Shit.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying Max was trying to help his son get a job?
Yeah.
In the forge?
Max was working with Burisma.
Burisma, oh my gosh. But no one's going to testify? No, yeah, no witnesses. Wait, Charlie, you were there? You heard the call? What happened, Charlie? Tell me here. In this video, we're going to talk to you about Max's newest carving hatchet, the Journeyman. It is an 800-gram ball-bearing steel carving hatchet forged in the Ukraine. This is a lovely axe, but you don't get to see it. Pretty durable leather. Is it just like my crotch that's in frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Again.
It's fine. And again. Blah, 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 blah. Happy, Derek?
Yeah. Very happy. I can sleep now.
Yeah.